workouts in?
What's your name?
Jay.
Where you from?
Montgomery County, about 20 minutes from Norristown.
So how you end up from Montgomery County all the way to North Philadelphia in Kensington, Philadelphia?
Simple answer would be the easy open air drug market, I guess. Easy just walking up to a corner. Round my way, you have to call, wait for a dealer, and the price.
How old are you?
26, 27 in February.
What type of drugs are you on?
Currently, I do powder, dope, and smoke weed.
So how long you been on dope?
Dope since I was 16. 15, 16.
How about family? What do you have, any siblings or anything?
One brother, one sister. My dad and mom are still in the picture. Currently, I still talk to my dad. My mom, she changed her phone number on me and whatnot. It's not that they don't want to talk to me or whatnot. They just don't want to see me where I'm at. You know, just want to see me do better.
So if somebody offered you some real help, would you accept rehab?
No. Simply is because I probably am not ready in my heart, so I wouldn't want to waste the bed for somebody.
I get a lot of comments of people saying there is no help down here in Kensington. I don't know 100% if it is or if it's not. I mean, I know it is at least a little bit of help. Now, can you tell me how much help you think they have down here in Kensington?
It's really all what you want, honestly. Like, you could get into a rehab tonight if you really truthfully wanted to. It's just the help that's being offered, as I'll speak for myself. It wouldn't be, I can't say it wouldn't be what I want or wouldn't be what I need because I'm not ready in my heart to do it. That's a lie when people say there's no help. There's places to go, people to talk to, and everybody knows where to go and who to talk to. It's just they don't want that specific help.
What do you do to get money?
Collect my cans, collect any scrap I can. Abandoned buildings, try, if you see one of them, I try to not do a lot of crime and whatnot. I do hit my family every, here and there, but I do panhandle a little bit. That's kind of like a weekend thing, when the scrapyard ain't open and whatnot. Pretty much just take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute.
So what are you doing right now?
Collecting cans at the moment for tomorrow. It's Sunday, so the yard was closed today. So I did a lot of panhandling, but why not? If I'm passing them, I see them. It's basically money on the ground that I'm letting go by. I'm trying to do something for,
So recycling cans is what you do to support your habit?
Part of it, yeah. When I can, Monday through Friday when the scrapyard is open. Like this, all regular metal. Any type of thing you see in the trash that has wires, cut the wires out. $2 a pound for the wires. I sleep here a lot of the nights, but I haven't been sleeping here recently because the other night we got woken up by 3 people with a gun and mace, and they made us put our hands in the air and literally went through every pocket, punched me in the head,
So what was all that about? You clearly you don't got no money.
Yeah, we all sleeping on the ground. It was 3 of us.
And somebody just did you like that?
It was 3 kids, yeah.
Wow.
I had a $1 in my pocket that I panhandled that night, and that's what I got taken. That's what they got. Another thing I don't want to say like to do, but I do for money is, you pick up the dirty needles. I don't really have gloves on, so I don't want to do this really, but sometimes I don't have the gloves, but...
So what you say, you pick up dirty needles to sell them?
You pick up the dirty ones to take to the trade-in. You trade in the dirty ones for new ones, and you give 100, you get 100.
So that's two things you do to support your habit. You sell dirty needles and you collect cans. You recycle.
Trade in the dirty needles for new ones, and you sell the new ones. Try to go on the other side of the train tracks. There's a lot of cans and bullshit metal that you find over there a lot.
How long you been here?
About 5 years now. About 5 years, something like that.
All right, you said you're not ready. Do you have any idea when you might be ready?
I think you gotta leave that one to a higher power. I think that's the answer to that one. I just hope the light turns on before I'm in the casket, or 25 to life before I don't have the option to change, you know? I know with me, I got two different shoulders, you know, the good and the bad, you know? I'm so stuck in a cycle of every day doing the same thing every day, what I'm used to, just what I've been doing, that getting out is just, it almost just seems impossible.
What's the craziest thing you saw around here since you've been here?
Probably just the first thing that comes to mind, when they cleaned up the train tracks, when they put the fence up, I found a 7-year-old girl in a rug, you know, because when they put the fence up and whatnot, they was doing the cleaning, but they did it day by day, and I was going through as they were cleaning, you know, trying to pick up scrap, and I unrolled a rug, and it ended up being a 7-year-old girl.
Wow.
That's the first thing that comes to mind, I guess, man, but...
How many ODs you saw?
Seen, couldn't even give you a number, and myself couldn't even give you a number.
You OD'd that many times that you don't even have a number.
Yeah.
And you not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know every time you OD'd, you could have died.
Yeah.
And you still...
When I was 14, I went on a home pass from a juvenile facility, came home for the weekend, for Christmas or whatever, and I did a half a bag in my grandpa's bathroom with my mom there, and woke up with my pants around my ankles, you know, my mom standing over me and the ambulance people over me. That's at 14. You need somebody to tell you maybe if you got some thinking flaws that you won't even realize.
Right.
So, you know, I'm all ears. I obviously don't completely know every answer or know the way. You know, I need help. So, you know, I'm not one to brush anybody off for any type of opinion or anything somebody would think, right? That would be wrong to do, right?
Absolutely.
But there ain't no more that, you know, really I could lose, you know? I mean, obviously, you know, you're like a leg or something like that, your mind, but there ain't nothing else that could really, you know, take it from you. There's just gotta be something I feel in your heart, you know? I relate it to almost like a light bulb that everybody has in themselves. Mine is off right now. If you hear stories about people in NA or getting clean, they say they'll wake up one day and I don't know, I just didn't want to do it. It's almost like a higher power, something slipped on the light bulb. I hope my light bulb slips on before it's, you know, too late. Kind of how I try to look at it. Earlier, what I did for my money was I had a whole cart of electric, aluminum, and whatnot. Now it's Sunday, so all the yards are closed. Down this street here, there's a guy that buys the stuff from you, but you know, he really gives you really bad prices. So not something you want to do. But
would you say it's dangerous in Kensington? How comfortable are you living in Kensington?
you're not safe nowhere. Just the other day, where I panhandle at.
When you say nowhere, you mean nowhere in Kensington or nowhere?
Yeah, I mean nowhere in.
But when I ask you that, I'm comparing Kensington to anywhere else.
No, well, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. 8th and Lehigh. There's a TD Bank, Save a Lot, Burger King, Family Dollar. Lady coming out from TD Bank. Yes, sir. A couple grabs her purse off of her and starts dragging her. And this is broad daylight, 9 a.m. Had to be at least 40, 50 people out there, you know? What I mean, you're not safe anywhere in, the area.
All right, so is it safe where you live at? Compare to where you live at to here.
Where I live at, where I'm from?
Where you from?
Yeah.
Compare it. You're more liable to be alive if you, you survived here, but you more likely to know you're going to live and survive there. You just so happen, from the way it sounds, you just so happen to be making it. You just so happen, like, you lucked up.
We're lucking up right now. We're at one of the hottest drug spots at the moment. We could easily get hit by a stray any second. But like where I'm from, that's not something you have to worry about.
But you still choose to be
here. Yeah.
Do you know a lot of people around here would love to be where you from?
100%. They don't even know.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't even know that exists. I just was running all through there.
Exactly.
I was just all up there. Norton, Eagleville, Collegeville, Phoenixville. Some of the Collegeville, all that. Some of the most beautiful places you're gonna see. When I'm up there seeing all that, I'm in love looking at it like, wow, I would love to be, man. And I know there's other people that would love to be up there, but you probably don't rather, man.
Deep down.
But it's, so if they had the drug there, would you stay there? Would you be there? So basically, the fact that the drug is here and they allow you to get high in public, because you can't stand in the middle of the street where you from and stick a needle in you.
You can't do any of what I do. You couldn't even push a shopping cart down the sidewalk.
So you can't push a shopping cart down the sidewalk where you
without
from?
the cops getting called on you. You can't sleep on a bench. You can't do none of that.
So now it's starting to sound like, from what I hear, from what he just now said, y'all, they allow them to do everything he just now said in Kensington, but they don't want to allow them to do that where he from, in Montgomery County. Whoa.
Yeah, that was something.
Gunshot.
That's definitely plays a part in it. Out here, though, there's so much of a number that it's just uncontrollable. Because, okay, out my way, if you laid on a bench, cops get called, they come, take you away, Okay.
They'll take you away for laying on a bench when you from? What about laying in the middle of the street or just laying on the ground, period?
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
So you can't lay
So
like
you gonna get taken away, right? And then everything's clear.
Can you light a fire?
You ain't gonna have to worry about it.
Can you light a fire where you from?
No.
You can't just get on the corner and light a fire where you live?
No.
Well, where you from?
No.
Why?
Not at all. See, around here, if they kick you off a bench, right, there's gonna be another one there in a matter of seconds. You know. Now, yeah, of course, over.
So what would you say part of the problem is why is the way it is in Kensington? Well, I know you, if being down here, and just from you telling me what you just said as far as how the laws or the rules are different from where you from to here, what you think the problem is? What would you do if you had the opportunity to clean it up?
Well, first of all, what you said was part of the problem is it's allowed.
It's right. It's allowed.
And nobody really gives a fuck.
That makes sense. When you say nobody, because
yeah, let me, generally. Now that's the people and the government. Because out my way, before the cops are gonna come, like you said, if you just go on a corner and start lighting a fire, the people
y'all hear that? The people.
That shit ain't flying.
The people has to do something too. If you do anything in the parks where you from,
as in lay down.
You mean the stuff that they let happen in Needle Park or McPherson Square? If they do any of this stuff in the park where you're from, as they do in Needle Park, you saying they getting you out of there how fast?
They're coming right outside. That would never be on the ground out where I'm at.
What's that?
That's it. Dope bag right here. Empty dope bag. Right over here.
You said an empty dope bag would never be on the ground where you from.
Another thing for money, my food stamps. I have somebody who holds the card, and so you get $260, $280, whatever the month on the 15th. If you sell them to the store, you get 50%. Which, by the way, out my way, you can't do that. You can't.
So you saying you sell your food stamps?
Yeah.
And
you sell them for half. So
okay.
$250, you get $125 cash for $250. Out my way, there ain't nowhere to take them to do that.
So you
just by the way.
Okay.
So my loan shark or whatever holds the card, and so he would give me about at the store would give me $125 on the 15th if I got the $250 on the card. But so I'll go to him the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and I'll get $10 a day, and I'll get about 100 or 110. Beat the store, give me $125. I just get it day by day instead. Also, he does, cash apps.
So you saying your loan shark got a better deal than the store?
No, it's not exactly a better deal. It's just being able to space it out. Because if I got my food stamps that day, that 125 would be gone that day.
Oh, so basically he kind of like hold it for you so you won't destroy it at one time.
In a sense, yeah. So I can go to him and get 10,
That's a
20,
real good
30
loan shark.
a day, whatever. But he still has to trust you because the money don't come on till the 15th.
So you could end it. I saw it. You might end up going to a rehab and then he done, or you gonna get back down here and give him his money.
I never would fuck him over.
I hear that. Respect, as you should.
He's
do
giving
him
me
right.
too
He
many
do you
cash
right.
deals,
That's what's up.
Yeah. So like if I use all my stamps, I'll do a cash deal with them. Like if I used all my 110, 120, I'll bring you back 25. Give me a 20 now, whatever. And I always make sure I do what I say, with him specifically because I've seen him smack a female. So
you saying your loan shark smack females?
He'll smack anybody. Smack anybody. This girl owed him, and literally, I can't bullshit this. She walked by for whatever reason, and he seen her, smacked her, and talked to her. The deal is, you can still come back, you know, for your 10, 20, whatever. But every time you come, you getting smacked.
So, so every time she come back to buy something, she gotta get smacked? And
Apparently.
she tell me she don't come back.
I can't tell you that.
Please say she don't come back.
I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know. I only know the one time she was walking down for whatever reason. He looked over, he said, yo, ain't that blah, blah, blah. He walked right over to her. She didn't even see it coming. Smacked the dog shit out of her, bro. Most people out here, like, kind of in my position, their families and whatnot still fuck with them and will still send them money. But they don't have a phone, they don't have a cash app and whatnot. So, you know, the people need somewhere to send it. So they'll send it to the cash app boy. And, you know, so they send 100. He'll give you 80. He takes 20%. So he'll give you $80, $83 right then and there. Boom. The minute it's sent. He opens at 9:30 and ends at 9:30 at night. 9:30 morning, 9:30 at night. All day, there's 3, 5, 10 white people outside his house with the phone, calling their peoples, yo, da, 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 da. You know, send this and that, and it's
So
all
you saying there's
day.
people around that's basically loan sharks that give y'all money if your family confirm that they sending the money, and that's how a lot
They
of
gotta
people
send
continue to get high. They send the money first.
You gotta send the money first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, once you get the rapport with them, like me, for example, I could go on the first. My mom sends 100 on the 3rd every month, so I could go, you know, the 1st, 29th, and be like, yo, you know, my mom does this on the 3rd. My cash, I already gave you all my stamp money, but can I hold a 20? And you know, when this money comes in on the 3rd, boom.
Your family look out for you, basically. That's a big part of how you get high. Or what's your main source?
Not no more. It used to be, but not no more. My main source is scrapping and panhandling.
His main source of getting money is scrapping and panhandling.
Which any type of metal, any type of cans, Monday through Friday, every day. Sundays, you gonna catch me outside the Rite Aid or the Family Dollar. Yesterday, I got blessed with I'm asking for change. Man gave me a $20 bill, and I waited. I said, I needed to thank him because he kind of walked away real fast. Like, somebody really don't understand how much that really means. I waited to look him in his face and thank him, handed me another 10. It's another way I get my money. I don't currently, but you see the doctor once a week. You get, you're supposed to take 3 Suboxones a day. They only usually give you about a 7-day script. So, that's only 21. Yeah, it's only usually about 21, 28 that they'll give you weekly. And you sell them to the drug dealers for about $2, $3 a piece. And they sell them to the white people that come out, or anybody that comes out, for $10. So I'm literally giving $2 a piece, fucking $42, and they're selling 1 a piece for 10.
All right, before we get out of here, I got 2 questions, and I want to let you go ahead and do something. When the last time did you see your mom? You don't know when the last time you saw your mom?
Nah.
All right.
It's been about...
If you saw your mom or spoke to her or whatever, you wanted her to know you were all right, what would you say? Because she might see it.
There ain't much I can say, just besides I love you,
Say it again.
Just ain't much I really can say, but, that I love you.